If you've ever wondered if Social Security is going to be around by the time you retire, stick around. This video is going to answer that question. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Robert Montez. I'm a financial advisor with Link Financial Advisory, where we are focused on helping you win with money. So the issue of Social Security is one that is surrounded by half-truths and misinformation. There's this fear that by the year 2035, Social Security is just going to disappear and all benefits from that point in time are just going to stop. Is that true? Not at all. Let's go into where that misconception comes from. And to do that, let's start with how we got to where we're at. So Social Security started in the early 1930s when Franklin Roosevelt, our president at that time, was looking for ways to deal with the economic insecurity that was facing millions of Americans. We had just come out of the Great Depression, and so President Roosevelt founded the Committee on Economic Security, which he chartered to find solutions that could be presented to Congress to make sure we never had another Great Depression. This is what led to Social Security being enacted. Now, the issues we're facing today, a lot of it has to do with just the differences between what the world looks like. When Social Security was originally established, things were extremely different than what we see in present day. First of all, Social Security at that point in time only paid out retiree benefits. Today, if we look at it, there's retiree benefits, there's spousal benefits, there's survivor benefits, there's disability benefits. I'm not saying any of these things are bad. It's just there's a lot more money going out than there was back in the early days of Social Security. Another big issue that separates, then versus now is life expectancy. In the early 1930s, life expectancy was 63 years old. Today, life expectancy for any male that reaches age 65 is about 84, and for females who reach age 65 is about 87. So people are living much longer. The final issue is birth rates. Again, in the 1930s, Americans were having a lot more babies than we are today. Today, birth rates have dropped significantly, so we have a lot less people going into the system to pay for current benefits as we did back then. So what are some of the issues that are facing Social Security? Well, when you hear people talking about Social Security being out of money by the year 2035, what they are talking about is the Social Security Trust Fund. This is an important distinction to understand. Social Security is what's known as a pay-as-you-go system. Those aren't my words, that's Social Security, straight from them. But what that means is that people who are receiving benefits today, when we go out and we pay our payroll taxes for Social Security and Medicare this month, they go right back out the door next month to cover benefits for people who are receiving those benefits. Now, the trust fund is a fund that's designed for excess contributions. So in the early years of Social Security and through much of the history of our country, we had more money coming in than going out. This trust fund was established to hold that money, and that is the pool of money that's scheduled to run out by the year 2035. What's happening is that we currently have an excess of money going out from what we're collecting, so they're making up that shortfall by pulling money out every single month from that trust fund. Now, what happens when that trust fund runs out? Does Social Security just disappear and go away and there's no more benefits? No, that's not at all what happens. If nothing changed and we got to the year 2035 and no changes have been enacted, what would happen for people across the board receiving benefits is that their benefits would be cut by about 25%. This is why I confidently tell people, hey, you're going to get something down the road, because if nothing else, benefits being cut by 25% would allow Social Security to continue into the year 2096. Now, do I think that that's what's going to happen? I don't. I think that ultimately Congress is going to figure out some solutions and make it work. The reason being is that if they don't, they'll be committing political suicide. And regardless of if they're on the left or on the right, it's important to remember that they're politicians, and politicians want to stay elected. So they're not going to let one of their largest bases of constituents, elderly people, get pissed off at them because they mess with their Social Security benefits. So I think there's going to be some solutions that are enacted to make sure that benefits don't get cut. What are those potential solutions? Well, the three main ones. Number one is raising payroll taxes from 12.4% to 14.4%. What this would mean is a 1% increase for both employer and employee. No one likes excess taxes or increasing taxes, but this is very realistic and probably going to be one of the bigger solutions that they propose. The next option is extending ages of when people are eligible to receive their full benefits. This has happened in the past, and again, we're living longer, so maybe they just push this back where people don't qualify for the full benefits till later on in their life. The third potential is lowering benefits. Again, no one likes that one. That's not good to hear, lowering benefits, but it's also something that's on the table and may be considered as we move forward. What does this mean for you? I think everyone, when they're looking at Social Security, should understand that they are going to receive something. If you haven't already, you should go to ssa.gov, pull your Social Security facts by setting up an online account where you can see what you're entitled to and what you're currently scheduled to receive. And I think you should use these numbers when planning for your retirement. I think it's also important to just stay appraised of that. You'll get a statement every year, and that's emailed, or you can just log into your account so you can see these. And that way you can see if there's any major changes from what you're anticipating. And that way you can talk to your advisor to update anything as you're going forward. Hey guys, if you have any further questions, you want to talk about this, or you want to talk to an advisor about how Social Security is going to factor into your plan, don't hesitate to reach out. We're happy to help. We have a software that we use that can help you calculate how to get the maximum benefit from your Social Security and just get everything that you're entitled to, because again, guys, you paid for this. As always, appreciate you watching. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If you could, hit that like button. If this provided any value, consider subscribing. And thank you guys so much for watching these videos. Take care and God bless.